The Lord has given me a strong warning. Verse 11 of chapter 8. Do not think like everyone else does. The Lord said, don't call everything a conspiracy like they do. Don't live in dread of what frightens them. Make the Lord of heaven's armies holy in your life. He is the one you should fear, and He is the one who should make you tremble. How should you respond to God in the midst of a crisis? How should you respond to His presence? It says, sanctify Him, or make Him holy, exalt Him. In other words, just put God in His rightful place. If He's God, recognize Him as God. He's the one that's on the throne, not men. Why? Because if you don't do that, you will give in to the conspiracies of men. When you think that men are on the ultimate throne, you're going to worry about every little thing. Nuclear holocaust will not be the end of civilization. An environmental crisis will not be the end of the world, or any other fear that we say is going to end the world. Why? Because I have read the rest of this book. I know how it's going to end. We live in a day and age where people talk a lot about conspiracy. I think people have forgotten the meaning of the word because we talk about it so often. And people say, conspiracy means false. That's not true. That's not what conspiracy means. Conspiracy is a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. Okay? There's a group of evil men who have evil intentions. That's what a conspiracy is. Here's what God says. If you're my follower, don't worry about that. Don't worry about what men are doing behind closed doors and their evil plans they have. I mean, we get so worried in our day about, what are the politicians doing in our country? What are they doing in that country? We get worried about big tech and big pharma and white supremacists and Black Lives Matter and all these other groups. What will happen if this group gets in power? You know what God says? Who cares? Don't live in fear of them. Don't live in dread about them. Why? Because you should be more worried about what God is about to do. God is the one we should really worry about. That doesn't mean conspiracies aren't true. Some of them probably are true. I have no doubt in this sinful world that there are evil men who have evil intentions and evil plans. The problem is that it ignores who's really in charge. You see, the problem is that we've made God too small. Here's some facts for review. Number one, God knows how to take care of evil tyrants. He knows how to catch the crafty in their craftiness. Not a single evil person will have their plans fulfilled without God's say-so. The Republicans, the Democrats, Bill Gates, China, the capitalists, the socialists, big tech, big pharma, they aren't pulling the strings. God is pulling the strings. God is in charge. Let me tell you right now, if you're living in fear of these groups, like I sometimes do, confession, it's because our vision of God has gotten too small. And like King Ahaz, when your vision of God gets too small, your fear of evil men grows too big. And when we're doing that, we're in danger of pursuing ungodly solutions. You see, God and His Word, it's like that toad in our pocket that we just got to get out of the way because we don't want God's truth to confront the evil facts of our heart.